Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with the review of the HJ W609-7 Pathfinder 2. Now this is a giant hexacopter. I've reviewed a similar model, the smaller one, and then this is actual 5.8 gigahertz FPV with the 720p camera here, so that's pretty cool. And we've got our monitor on the transmitter here. I'll go ahead and look at it some more. So it is just a really big hex. Just, I don't know, just a huge, huge thing for me. I think it is just massive. It does have these alloy metal arms, so nice durable model, and it does seem plenty powerful. I would imagine this thing would probably, you could, mount a Mobius action cam on it somewhere maybe, and then also use this for lining up your shot. It could probably even carry a GoPro, though as usual I don't suggest carrying GoPro with just, these are just brushed motors. This is not a brushless model. So if you carry something like a GoPro, you're likely to kill your motors fairly quickly. Let's look at what it comes with. We do have 4 white spare props, but no front red ones. So that's kind of weird, not a full set, and you get no red. So if you damage either of your front ones here, which are what are, helping you with your orientation, you're just out of luck. It does have a screwdriver and some screws, which are probably to screw the props on. We've got a little USB card reader here, and it does come with a micro SD card, which plugs into the top of the camera here, so a little bit awkward to get to. And that is a 4 gigabyte micro SD card, so a nice big memory card. And like I said, it is a 720p HD camera, so pretty decent video quality. Oh, and you also can put that card into the FPV monitor if you would prefer to record from the monitor instead of straight to the camera. If you record straight to the camera, you're going to get better video quality. But if you record from the monitor, then you'll have that even if something, were to happen to the camera and you lost it or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what the benefit is to recording from the screen versus the camera. We do have a wall charger here, which works off the balance plug. And this is our battery, which is a 2S LiPo, a 7.4 volt, 1500 milliamp hour. And it has this oddball connector, which I'm not exactly sure what type that is. But a nice big powerful battery. That takes about 2 hours and 15 minutes to charge with the wall charger there. And you get about 7.5-minute flights with a 30-second LVC warning, so pretty decently long flights. It does have LEDs all across the arms here. You'll see all these little points. These are all LEDs. So let's see. In the front we have white, and in the back 4, or I think, yeah, no, it's just the back 2. The side arms have no LEDs. So the front 2 are white. The back 2 are green, so a little bit odd there, but plenty visible. And you can turn those on and off by pressing the down throttle trim tab here. And if you press the, or no, it's up throttle trim to turn off the LEDs. Down throttle trim changes rates. And it has 2 rates with only 1 yaw rate, but it is a pretty decently fast yaw rate. You can get a little bit sporty with this thing. It's got some decent pitch to it, and it's a little bit sporty, so it can get going a little bit. Let's see, what else do we have? So it has buttons on the back here, and I think, let's see, what do my notes say? Yes, for the right one, if you press and hold that and then move the right stick, you'll do a flip. And then the left one is to operate the camera, so if you just click it, it takes a picture. If you press and hold it, it starts and stops the video. And the FPV monitor is powered off the transmitter, so it uses the batteries in the transmitter. So that's convenient, however, it's going to go through batteries pretty quickly. And you can turn it on and off here, so you don't have to use it if you don't want to. We also have a little switch right here, which is for return to home. However, it just uses the headless mode, which you can turn headless on and off with the top button here. The top face button turns on headless mode. So if you flip this switch, it basically just uses headless mode to fly what it thinks is backwards. So if your headless mode orientation is off, that backwards could be who knows where. It's not like it's going to fly back to the spot it took off from and land like a GPS multi-rotor does. So that's just really a gimmick, I think, just to kind of make this seem more like a GPS aerial video, quad or hexacopter or whatever. It's not really that functional. And then this is just a dummy switch over here. It doesn't turn or push or do anything. Let's see. Oh, and then it does have a altitude hold. So this bottom face button here, if you press that, it puts it into a height hold lock. So now your throttle no longer works like normal. It's just if you give up throttle, it'll raise it, and then when you go back to center, it holds that spot. And that works pretty well. That's, just use the barometer to check the air pressure, and it holds it at that height. So that's pretty good for, filming if you want to just lock onto a height and then you just use the right stick to move around. That works pretty well. Let's see, what else is there to say? Oh, if you hold both sticks down to the right, that'll recalibrate the accelerometer. And I think I have covered all the details now. Let me look around and see what else there is. No, yeah, that looks like that's about it. So let's go take it outside for a flight. Alright, this is the flight review of the W609-7 huge hexacopter here with the 5.8 gigahertz FPV 720p camera. Go ahead and give her a flight. And there's only 2 rates on this one, which you change by pressing down throttle. And there's only 1 yaw rate, so I'll just start in high rates. And we'll just fly for a second. And then we'll start the camera. So there's our yaw rate, pretty decent. Yeah, it's a little windy out today. This thing got taken away there a little bit. Not bad though, pretty smooth and stable and strong. If you press and hold the left bumper and then move the right stick, you can do flips. Ooh, a little slow on the recovery there. Try another one of those. There we go, a little bit better. Alright, and we'll look at the FPV screen. Looks like I see a bunch of jello wobble. So definitely going to have some problems with that. Let's start the camera, pressing and holding the right bumper. There we go, should be going now. The screen is pretty washed out. I don't know if that's the camera or just the screen. Not much color to it. And orientation's kind of awkward up high there, and the wind is really pushing it around. Not bad. Looks like the FPV's holding up pretty well. Let's bring it back a little bit. Full power, full power. Now it's supposed to have a height hold, so I'm not sure if I want to trust that or not. Let's try it. Alright. And so now the throttle is non-functional. No matter what I do on the throttle, it's staying at that height. Whoa. But I can still move it around, I can still yaw. Oh, here comes traffic. Looks like it is holding that height pretty well though, actually. Looks like it's actually doing pretty well with the height hold. And then you press the button again to get out of that. Whoa, whoa, full throttle. Where am I at? I didn't have enough throttle when I turned off height mode there, and it started to fall and didn't want to recover. Alright, let's do some filming while flying, see how that looks. So it seems like this is a pretty capable aerial video rig, you know, if you're looking for you know, something low price, kind of entry level. Definitely could carry a Mobius with this. You could probably carry a GoPro, but again, I don't usually recommend that with brushed motors. You're gonna end up killing your motors. Definitely could carry a Mobius though. Probably carry a Mobius in addition to this camera it has and use it, you know, use the built-in camera for FPV. Oh my gosh, there's a spider crawling on my hat and my face. Oh my gosh, I'm getting attacked by a spider crawling off my hat. Trying to fly and attack spiders at the same time. I think I might have blocked the camera there for a second when I grabbed at the spider, but anyway, I have now turned off the onboard camera, so probably could figure that out since the picture-in-picture disappeared. I'll go back to just flying for a bit. This does fly pretty nice actually. It feels nice and smooth. It is a little bit underpowered, so you gotta kind of keep up with the throttle and don't let it get, you know, going too aggressive into a turn. You gotta be on top of your throttle or you're gonna end up losing your power. Not bad really. I've got a bit of a breeze out today and it's handling it alright. And this does have headless mode and return to home, which, you know, just uses headless mode to fly backwards, so I'm not gonna mess with that stuff. I don't trust it. And it does have a switch for return to home, but that's just kind of trying to gimmick a GPS aerial video quad. I would not really recommend relying on that at all, especially not without first testing your headless mode and making sure that it does have the proper orientation. Anyway, I think I showed all there is to show, so let's bring her down for a landing. Nice smooth landing there. You got the foam pads on the landing gear there, so it gives it nice smooth landings, nice soft landings. Alright, well there we go. That's the W609-7, big huge hexacopter with the 5.8 gigahertz HD camera. Pretty neat, not bad at all, especially if you're, you know, looking for some sort of beginner, or not beginner, but, you know, entry level into the bigger aerial video stuff. But, you know, flying something this big, I would only suggest to experienced pilots. But not bad for what it is. Alright, we'll check the video description for a price and purchase link. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.